few months back I did my first video when I talked about why silver was such a great buy even at $29 an ounce. And today on April 27, 2011, as silver bounces between $45 and $50 an ounce, it's still a tremendous deal. And I'll talk about why as we look at how the ancient Romans viewed the value of silver. There's a lot of numbers that are thrown around as to where silver should be today. $250 an ounce, $600 an ounce, $1,000 an ounce, and so forth. The ancient Romans priced 1 ounce of silver at $1,218. Now, I'm not talking about crazy hyperinflated dollars where it takes $100 to buy a stick of gum. I'm talking about $1,218 that we are using today in April of 2011. Over here, I'm going to show you a Roman silver coin called a denarius. It's the amount of money that an average laborer would receive for 1 full day's worth of work. You weren't going to get rich making 1 denarius a day, but this one coin was all that you would need to pay your taxes, to provide yourself with food, a home, clothes, everything that you needed for day-to-day life was provided for 1 denarius per day. Now, in case you're thinking, well, maybe the Romans overpriced silver, actually they underpriced the value of silver as compared to gold. The historical ratio of silver to gold is 10 ounces of silver to 1 ounce of gold, or 12 ounces of silver to 1 ounce of gold. The Romans valued silver in relationship to gold as 20 to 1. So it would take 20 of these to buy a corresponding gold Roman coin. Well, how much would the purchasing power of an ancient denarius like this be in 2011 dollars? Well, if you turn to Matthew chapter 20, there you'll see a story from the time of Christ where a landowner hired people to work 12 hours in his vineyard from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. And for that 12 hours worth of work, they received a denarius much like this one. Now, these were minimum wage kind of workers. So let's use minimum wage to calculate the 2011 dollar value of this denarius. Minimum wage in many states is about $7.25 an hour. So 12 hours of minimum wage labor would come out to $87. So again, with these $87 per day, the ancient worker would pay his taxes and he would provide for all of the needs of his family. As you see, an ancient denarius is the almost exact size of our dimes. If I put the denarius over the dime, you see that it's the same size. If I put the dime over the denarius, you see that again. They're almost the exact same size. And since it takes 14 US silver dimes to make 1 ounce of silver, if we would multiply our $87 times 14, we would see the price that the Romans valued silver. And that's where we come up with the number of $1,218 per ounce of silver. So even at $45 or $50 an ounce, silver is still a tremendous bargain from the perspective of history. I'm still buying, not as much in terms of volume as I was earlier. Maybe 10-ounce bars and 1-ounce rounds are starting to get out of your price range as they are out of mine, and that's okay. Just get yourself a silver $half, a silver quarter, even a silver dime or two every week, because as you see, the ancient Romans tell us that silver still has a long, long way to go. 1 silver dime today, you can buy it for $3.50. The Romans would have viewed that as $87. So still buy your silver. It's a great deal. Long ways to go. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.